Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fuller Broadcast. I am here live. We're here to talk to a local and BKFC fighters are fighting around the world. I talk to everybody from UFC, bare knuckle, you name it, PFL. We get their stories of their upcoming fights, their training, and everything. And I got a wonderful guest. I love this guy. He's helped me out. He's a really cool dude. So, further ado, I'm going to bring on my co-host first, and I'm going to bring on Joe, the Hitman Elmore.
What's going on?
Joe.
Welcome to the show, fellas.
What's shaking? How you feeling, man?
Man, wore out, ready to go, though. You know, you got to put your body through what you got to put your body through, and I'm fucking tired, wore out, doing 2 and 3 a days, and that's part of it, man. Building up the excitement. You break your body down, like you said earlier in the last one. You cut weight, pay me for that, and I like having fun. I miss fighting.
That's right.
I miss getting punched in the face. I like it.
It's fun. It is an enthralling thing, and the thing about it is you can't teach that to be fun to somebody. People like us, we thrive on that shit. We love it. I love to get out there and fight and get hit and smile.
Built for it.
Crowd loves it.
Crowd
loves it.
Yeah. So besides getting ready to get punched in the face, which I love so much, last time I seen you fight in BKFC, you were all bloody, man. It was like you were so excited. You had that blood dripping on your face. You were all like, you loved it. And you do it for the fans. That's what I like about it.
Always.
And, so from this fight you got coming up February 7th, I just want to ask, how do you feel right now?
Oh, man, I'm fucking confident. I've been waiting on this fight for a year. I'm healthy. I've been in the gym. Everything's fucking going as planned. Try to get a knockout. He was 2-time 185 champion. He's dropping down to 165. I'm bumping up, proving I'm one of the baddest, craziest motherfuckers in the world.
Okay.
I'm going to go out there and show him why he fucked up. And I'm mad respect. He's one of the best fighters in the world, but I've never been dropped. And I'm ready to show people that, I'm not leaving this one to the judges. My last one here in Georgia, I went back and watched that fight 100 times. I won 4-1 rounds. But so what it tells me is after whooping his ass like I did, actually the last fight I had was the first. I didn't have no cuts. I didn't have no damage. I didn't have no healing. I walked out of that fight with nothing but his knuckle prints on my ass where he missed an overhand right, and I did the Philly shell, and he hit me in the ass instead of the face. I was so far gone. He settled for hit me in the booty instead of real fighting. And but I left it to the judges. So what I'm doing is I'm going back and focusing on the viciousness, forward style, what Dustin Pegg and Julian Lane did. That's what I did. That's what I did during the Tom Show fight. And I knocked his ass down once every round except for the third round, first, second, fourth, fifth. We had a bloody war, except for now I am 100% better at bare knuckle. I am 200% better at pure boxing. That was 2020. It is 2026. I've got 6 years of pure bare knuckle experience. The only lesson I needed to learn was that no matter if the people and all the fans love me, the judges fucking hate my style, and I need to knock people out. Me trying to point box with nobody, I can stay pretty, but I'm not a pretty man, and my wife didn't marry me for my looks. I'm going out there to be bloody and gutty, and it's going to look like a horror movie filled with laughter because I'm going to smile and bleed. And I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I can't say no more than just ready for a war to give it.
So my question is, do you think that perhaps the judges take the blood into account too much?
No, I shoulder roll because last fight there was no blood except for on him. I broke his nose, cut his eye. I had no blood dripping on my face when I fought the fight in Atlanta. And I think it's my style. I jump out a lot. I have a very Philly shell, Prince Hassim, Roy Jones Jr. style. I fight with my hands down. I bait guys to hit me. I heard you saying something about being long. I'm 5'9" with a 69-inch reach, I think is what they got me listed at. Some 69-inch reach. It's a good number to have. But I fight like I've got 75. So whatever
Yep.
I've got, I'm adding 5 to 9 inches on it, and it's because of angles. You got right angles, which are triangles, and that's your footwork. You got obtuse and acute. In an obtuse triangle, you have a 4 centimeter line that's to a 1.5 centimeter line that's to a 3 centimeter line. That 1 centimeter line and that 4 centimeter line touch that same 3 centimeter line. Now, how you gonna tell me that that's any longer? Now, by distance and by visuals, that's a longer line, but we're just as close, and we're both touching. So if I can be 5 inches and touch 20 and stop 20 from touching me, then that's just the science of it. And yeah, so I've worked a lot of the stuff like that without giving specific game plans. I know my angles, I know my position, I know where he's gonna be. I'm gonna be fast. I ain't gotta add vicious, that's already there. Tough is something you just can't train for. So I have a lot of things that you can't teach somebody with a lot of knowledge I've gained. So it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger. And I'm fighting a guy that ain't gonna pussyfoot. He ain't gonna be out there trying to dance. He is a counter striker, but he's an aggressive, forward pushing counter striker. He sucks you into getting yourself in the wrong positions. And he takes advantage of it. He puts his weight on them short hooks, man. But so do I. And I'm going to plant my fucking feet. We got to put 2 feet in front of a tire and stand in the middle of the ring like Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje. Yeah, exactly. I'm that man. So if all else fails, I'm going to tree trunk it and root myself to the ground. See who falls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And back to what you were saying earlier, you cannot teach toughness. I can't make my fighter get up off the ground.
And genetics can't do nothing about the forehead. You know what I'm saying? You can hit that motherfucker and it still looks pretty.
It's a mental thing. Getting up.
Genes.
I mean, we see some of these guys that are knocked out on the way down, falling stiff. And then as soon as their body touches the mat, they spring back up like a crackhead, ready to go because their body woke back up.
I still never hit the mat. I've been in there 5-minute rounds. I got 7 fights. Yeah. Other than Kai Stewart, I'm the only person that hadn't touched the ground. Lorenzo Hunt on #1 pound for pound. I mean,
Richmond dropped him.
Richmond dropped him. Richmond's been knocked out. I mean, all the greats other than Kai, if they've had over 5 fights, have hit that mat. I've been 5-minute rounds. I've lost 3 title fights. The guy that I 3 split decisions, Connor Tierney beat me by split decisions, even though I had 40 more punch count than him at his home in London. He's now the European champion. Dustin Pegg just went to war with Julian Lane last night. I lost a split decision to him, and I broke my hand in the 3rd round, and I won 3-2, and he won 3-2 on 2. So I've never lost to anybody not top 5 in the world and not a current champion or former champion since I've started this. So like I said, that's why it's another reason that this Mike Richmond fight's so important. You can say what you want to say with my 50-50 record, but I fought the best, and I've never been knocked down, much less been beaten.
Right.
I've never been beaten. I've had judges that made bad decisions, but I've never been beaten in a fight. The worst damage I ever took was Tom Schoaf. And I hit him so hard and slid him across that ring. I won 4-10-8 rounds, one of the biggest gaps in history, because there was the only round that he was winning that he almost won. The second round was the last 10 seconds of the round. I slid him about 4 feet again. So I lost 2 rounds really, but even that one wound up being me winning 10-9 because I recovered with the knockdown.
Right.
And like I said, man, if I go into it with the talent and skill I got, but with the viciousness, and I did that, I don't think Andre Arlovski, the main event, I don't think anybody on his card could take me at the capacity I'm coming in. So I'm just going to hopefully apply it and take it from the judges and do what I do.
You mentioned that. How do you feel about Arlovski versus Rothwell? Who you got?
I mean, okay, so Arlovsky's a legend, dude. I remember watching him in the room telling people I was going to be a UFC champion one day, or people telling me. They used to whoop everybody, and like, I was the anti-bully. People would bully people, and then people would fuck with me because I was 4'11", 103 pounds. The head the same size, ears looked the same my freshman year in high school, except for my body total was 103, and I was whooping this 250-pound guy named Jackson Roy. And even in school, people were like, God, man, you need to do that UFC stuff. And it was still Pride, UFC Underground, UFC 1, 5.
Mhm.
And, yeah, man, yeah, like I said, it's built in my blood, dude.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. I was 5'1" and 115 pounds until I turned 17.
You know what else is little? Dynamite.
That's right.
Hey, that's
Small
right.
packages.
This is what I was going to say. When I heard about the contract being signed with Mike Richmond, I was like, he said, be careful what you wish for. And I was like, oh, hell no, he didn't say that.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, I think it's hard to for Mike because he has a mental war mindset, and I'm a great guy. I'm a fan of Mike outside of this moment. He fought for our country, 6 tours in Iraq. He was a 2-time champion, fought in Bellator. He's had a hell of a career. He's a very dangerous man. So there's no disrespect in anything I've said or done with him or tussle. It's confidence and belief in myself. I believe I'm going to murder him and destroy him. And if he doesn't believe that, then he needs to retire and not even do this fight anyway. So I believe he believes that. And again, I desire that. I'm not a bully. I don't want to pick on nobody. I want the biggest challenge in the world. If I'm gonna call myself a mountain climber, I said it to somebody today, then I can't go climb a foothill in Tennessee and claim I climbed the Himalayas. If I want to climb the tallest mountain in the world, I got to go to the Himalayas. You don't go anywhere else. Yep. You go to Mount Fuji. If you want to, you go where you want to go and create the environment you want to. I want to be the best fighter in the world. I want to face the best fighters in the world. I'm not scared to lose. I'm not scared of the moment. And yeah, like I said, I think that's part of being built for it and truly loving it because, yeah, man. Ready. I'm in love.
If somebody was to describe you, I feel like that's how they would describe you.
I would hope so because I've been the same since I started this shit. I've got better. I've had some injuries and healed from them, but I ain't changed a bit. I've had the same heart since I was a kid. I make a lot better decisions now. I'm married and I take care of my dogs. And I do a lot. I'm just better at everything I've ever done, but I am the same fucking kid I've always been. The grandma loved back in the day. And
that's me too, bro.
I'm more comfortable at home and I got an earlier bedtime. But again, I think that's all responsibility. That's why I was joking with you earlier. But I'm like, dude, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. You want to know my morning routine? This is like, I'm usually snoring. Well, I've got new magnetic strips that stop it, so I'm not snoring anymore. But I'm in bed, crashed out by now. I'm going to be up at 5:15. At the latest, 5:30, I'm going to be in the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donut with both my big old pit bulls. I'm going to get them a pup cup and a cold brew coffee, no sugar, no whipped cream, nothing else, same thing, no ice, add a shot of espresso. And I'm going to have my happy ass back here. I'm going to kiss my wife as she walks out the door about 15 till 7 to go teach those kids. And I'm going to find somewhere to run, jog. I'm doing hand pads. I have a different routine every day, but I do hand pads in the morning, or I'll jog, or I'll do something, or some might have rest therapy podcast. I've got something going in my fight camp at all times. And then I'm going to a training session by lunch. My wife comes home at 3 o'clock, and I'm back at either a gym or sparring, American Top Team. I go to Torch a lot with Warren Thompson. I've got such great training partners, and I'm staying busy. And yeah, like I said, I'm getting ready, and I've been living for this fight for the past couple weeks, and it feels good to be back in that kind of routine.
Definitely. I mean, I completely sympathized whenever I heard Alexander Volkanovski say that he didn't know what the fuck to do when he wasn't training for a fight. I completely sympathized there because
I used to jump out of airplanes. I used to ride 4-wheelers, stuff. But now, like I said, that's where my Netflix and chill more responsible. I sit around and I focus on the fights when I'm not fighting. I stay in the gym, but it's not committed full fight camp. It's a whole different kind of thing. But I get to be in the gym. I get to take care of my dogs. I'm going out and coaching a little bit, spending time with my wife and focusing on life. And I've got such a good balance. It makes it easy to settle back into the camp, and it makes a camp a camp. You know, I can go 3 days and stay with somebody away from my dogs and my wife, miss them, but it makes me work hard, get 12-hour days in. I come back home, spend a couple days with them, get my recovery stuff, do some work here with my people more closer to the house. And yeah, man, just living that life.
And so while we're into that, so with your training, so do you coach yourself when you're training, or do you have multiple people that are helping you go through that training?
Dude, I've got teams, man. I got, we got some of the best fighters in the world here in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, Douglas and Diego Lima, they let me come up to American Top Team. It used to be a lot of my guys at X3 because I was part of X3 Sports, but most of our professional fighters have there's still some there. We got quite 4 or 5 gyms, but a lot of the guys I grew up with there have moved to American Top Team. And even if they're not there, a lot of the guys still working at all the other gyms. The pros on pro day at like 10 to 12 o'clock every day, we're at one of the American Top Teams. There's always a training session, and we can all go. So on stand-up days, I'll go on Tuesday, Thursday with those guys sometimes, and they might have 30, 45 fighters. They can have guys from American Top Team, Coconut, Florida, and they treat me like family. I got my home gym coach, Warren Thompson, Eli, some really good guys. Warren Thompson was line fight heavyweight world champion, fought for the 185 world title twice. So I have good gyms, good coaches. I've got a boxing coach from Detroit that comes in. I got a boxing coach in Seneca that I go train with. I do a lot. I do individual training, and I don't have a coach that's with me every single day, but I have several coaches I've been with for 15, 20 years, and training partners, coaches in the same place. Yeah, man. So I got a real tight team around me.
Definitely.
That's good.
It sounds like you use your surroundings to the best of your advantages there. I mean, it sounds to me like you could pretty much go wherever you got to go and get a
I got mats in my driveway. So during the pandemic, I had 10 puzzle mats. All the gyms were closed. They would come over here. I'll spar. And dude, I've got videos, hours of videos doing hand pads and sparring in the street in front of my house because, I mean, I can go to the gym and I got my training partner, but what do you do when you come home? And I get bored. Yeah. What am I going to play a video game? Most of the time when I'm not in training camp, but now I could set my mats out, go out in the front. Dude, I'll sparring nice, like full gym sparring. There'll be people going by waving. They know I'm the pro fighter that lives there, the guy that spars instead of shooting basketball and moving when the cars come. So yeah, dude, fighting is literally life for me. The first thing that I did when the pandemic hit was go up to the mountain with the same puzzle mats, and about 10 of the guys from Gracie Baja, we grappled, stayed and camped for like a week just to get away from everybody since everything was shut down anyway. And yeah, so fighting in my gym is everywhere. I'm always learning something, and dude, I can't help but shadow box when I pump gas. So I'm living this 24 hours a day. Pretty sure I dream about fighting.
Yeah. Definitely. It sounds like you're ready for this upcoming bout.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to see it, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, dude. Excited. The home of Rocky, baby.
He doesn't have to worry about calling anybody out. They call him out. So, I mean,
Joe Elmore is the Rocky of bare knuckle.
Hey, I wish people would call me out. Ain't nobody called me out in a long time, to be honest. That might be why it's so hard to get fights. That's why I'm thankful for Mike Richmond. I'm not saying they're scared, but I'm scary as hell even to these fighters. I'm too dangerous, and they avoid me. You'd be surprised. I'm not going to be one of those guys, but I've got 3 lists last year that I got sent from Dave Philman and the matchmakers. And I was like, hey, man, when am I going to fight? I haven't fought since December. I was ready to fight again. April. I was ready in March to say I was ready, but I was really about like ready to fight again. I started a camp again just to be ready so I could be in shape and get in a fight. I had a fight offer. Guy turned the fight down with me. Another one, they didn't, I guess, I assume, because they asked which one, and I picked this one. They said no. And they said, well, what about this one? They said no. And then another one said no. And then I was supposed to fight John Doomsday Howard, and he was supposed to be the main event on the end of the year card this year. That will actually, I skip back. The guy that won the judge's decision here in Atlanta, they were going to let me rematch him, and they wound up giving it to another guy, the fight they had up in Indiana. What is his name, babe? I always do this. No disrespect. What's his name? Derek Finley. God, I know. Sorry, Derek, man. No disrespect. You just got one of them names. It's Derek. And, but Derek Finley, I was supposed to fight him again. And I don't think he was scared per se. I think it wound up being because the other guy was from Indiana. He was Chris Lytle's boy, and they just had two Chicago versus Indiana fight, which made a lot of sense. And I don't think that's what God wanted. But then John Doomsday Howard, after they offered me the fight with him, all of a sudden he was having a baby and couldn't fight. But I think he knew he was finna have the baby before the fight. And I don't know, so I'm not saying he turned it down. But yeah, ain't nobody fucking calling me out. Mike Richmond said, hell yeah, he'd take the fight with me, but ain't nobody called me out. I wish they would. Please call me out, get some fights, talk shit. I won't take it personal. I'll just beat your ass and get paid.
I started this crap.
Tell Dave to sign me, Joe. I've been trying to get the Masters to give me a fight for years.
I was going to say, sign you to fight me, I'll whoop your ass too. I'll whoop everybody. We'll have a tag team. You and Fuller versus all three of us. We'll just have a. I love it too much. He said, hey, Jeff said, don't pull me into this asshole. No.
Jeff, you see Jeff's picture's not existing over there.
Wait a minute. I heard that.
I think his logo got smaller when you said that.
I'm not afraid of Joe. Well, maybe I am.
The one fight that I was offered from BKFC was whenever I was dealing with Carlos. You know who he wanted me to fight?
Who?
Lorenzo Hunt at 205 pounds.
Oh yeah, it sounds like
55 pounds. I walk at 200.
Yeah, it sounds like something that would go on in the early days.
And after that, bro, I kind of just was like, whatever, and I just stopped fucking with that guy because it turned into a whole shit show.
I mean, I'd fight Lorenzo, but they had to pay my ass.
No, $2,500 is what the motherfucker tried to offer me to fight Lorenzo Hunt, and I told him, yeah, exactly.
That's a popsicle. What do you? I don't know what you're.
That's exactly what I said. I told him exactly where he could go with that $2,500.
Yeah. You take that bomb. You take that bomb pop and eat it all in one bite. Oh.
Yeah, backwards.
Did you say 2,500?
Yeah,
did you say 20?
$2,500 is what he offered me to fight Lorenzo, and that was from Carlos.
Did they tell you to take the fight?
Listen, you know, it sounds like Carlos was getting $20,000 and he's gonna pay you $2,500.
There you go. Yep.
It sounds like to me that Carlos has had a bigger percentage than anybody knew about.
Yeah, I conferred with my buddy Bobby Brent about this, and he said, absolutely not. Do not do that. That is not right. And I was like, the money didn't seem right to begin with.
You gotta be able to at least put your teeth back in. They gotta pay me enough to replace the teeth that I'm missing, because I'm not pretty, but I love steak, okay?
I'm missing all the ones in the back on the top.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I need my front ones because I've been fighting a long time, too.
Hell yeah. Since 2009, and I've lost a couple teeth.
Yeah, I got a good dentist. They've already mapped my face out. When I'm done fighting, I'm going to have my back teeth are going to be pretty and screwed in, boy.
So with the fight that you coming up February 7th, I know you're concentrating on that fight, but if you wanted a fight of the century, what fight would be a perfect fight for you?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know who would I get paid the most to fight? Jake Paul.
That ain't no fight. You would knock him. You would
That's
knock him
ass
out.
beating. That's ass beating.
Just because that's the biggest paycheck I could ever get, and I don't follow scripts. So,
oh yeah, I will lie to that motherfucker. Oh yeah, I'll let you knock me out in the second round, and then I just break his face.
I want to fight Jake Paul bare knuckle on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
to celebrate the new BKFC $7 billion Netflix deal.
There's no script for that one.
No, that would take both hands.
Let BKFC get signed like the UFC did, $7.7 billion to Paramount. Let us get a deal like that with Netflix. Can you imagine BKFC on Netflix?
Yeah, because Dave fucking
like
pays
Jerry
people.
Maguire, show me the money.
Yeah, because Dave fucking pays people the way they're supposed to be paid. Everything I've seen from anybody who I've talked to says that their checks are always good and they're for the right amount. I've never heard anybody bitch about it. And you know what? As a matter of fact, in the time that I have watched UFC and the time that I have watched BKFC, which I've watched UFC for a very, very long time, I've seen Dave Feldman come out and say, you boys are going home with more money than you're supposed to than I have ever seen Dana White do.
Yeah, well, Dave is the man. He if he loves you, he loves you. And if he don't, then he don't. And that's how it is. And you see where I'm at, so.
Oh, yeah. So what's up, Dave? Hook it up.
Yeah.
I ain't even look it up. Sorry. I was too busy.
He said, pay me.
Anybody that's in my weight range.
I'll get you a fight, right? I'll get you a fight on the next card, all right? Lorenzo Hunt, though, but I'm only going to give you $2,500 because that's what he's giving me.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I knew it sounded fishy immediately because I called 3 other people that I know that have fought for them, and one guy was like, they should be giving you like 12 or 15 grand for that. And I was like, really? And he's like, abso-fucking-lutely. Don't take that fight.
With Lorenzo, I mean, look, he's pound for pound the best in the world. Could you imagine fighting Conor McGregor in the UFC for $2,500 and even somebody having the audacity to ask you to do that? And you're fighting the pound for pound best guy in the world that they're going to pay $50,000 to hold the title.
I would have intentionally fouled him. Eye poke. Boom. You're fighting.
How many fights in was that for Lorenzo at the time?
Dude, I think he was like 6-0 at that time.
Oh yeah, like that was all. They were already developed. That sounds like some awkward under the table pay stuff.
That's exactly what we were discussing about. It sounded like some shit that was just. It was just not right.
That's like when the police go dress up as robbers and rob the drug lord and act like they don't know what happened. Then they go arrest the guys that did it and then they keep the money. I mean, turn the money in, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it sounded like to everybody that I asked about that situation. They all said it was shady and there was no reason to do that.
Yeah, no. Sign me up. Sounds fair. No.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was half tempted to fucking do it just to get my foot in the door. But, you know.
No, you'd have had a foot in your mouth, bro.
I would have. I'd have had a foot right in my ass. And probably
like I said, I'll fight Lorenzo, but it's going to be for a shit ton of money because I need to make sure I can get my teeth put back in. That dude hits harder than anybody I've ever seen in my life. He's probably one of the hardest hitting pound for pound guys in the world. When he hits you with that, it's scary. I saw what he did to Mike. I saw what he did to Josh Dyer, and those are guys that don't get that done to them.
He knocked Dyer out moving backwards.
He I don't know what that was. He like I wanted to run and defibrillate somebody or something. I was God, bro. Yeah, that's definitely a big paycheck.
I think there's
That's
comment up here from one of the viewers for you.
that's my buddy.
Cuban Wakanda.
Beats me on that one.
Yeah.
So this fight being in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, do you think you feel like fighters have home field advantage on some of these cards, or are they just like getting the home field people so they can make money?
I mean, I guess it depends where you're at. If it's a boxing judge or not boxing judge, I think 90% of them are fucking crooked and buddy, but that's just my opinion. Like, I've been, my pastor, Brother Tom, rest in peace, one of the greatest Christian men in the world. He'd always say it's easier for a camel to get the eye of a needle than it is for a lawyer to get in heaven. And so you got liars and politics and politicians, lawyers. They are told what to do. They have to follow the rules. They're under the contracts, and business is a dirty game, and it's just how it works, man. So
I feel like
yeah, your way through that.
I feel like they all took the motto of like how wrestling used to be back in the day, where like you're paid to do this. This is what you're gonna do, and this is how the fuck it's gonna go. Like,
yeah, you're bought on and signed. They say selling your soul, but sometimes selling your soul directly. They think that the devil pops out and goes, "Make a wish." Sign here. You can sign your soul away with a verbal contract and just. You can stop one day, think something, and you can have a thought in your head. If I do that, things are going to go bad. But man, I really want to do that, and you do it, and you sign the contract. So we don't know when that contract gets signed. So I just I avoid those people and try to stay out of those situations. And that's why I've stayed independent. My wife's been my manager. So if my wife come to me and told me $2,500 for Lorenzo Hunt, I'd probably take it because she was at least somebody's going to keep the other 15,000. It'd be somebody I know.
Yeah. It'd be somebody that benefits you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to her anyway. She can't steal what we're putting into the same pot,
That's right. That's like my wife hates to ask me for money, and I'm like, it's your money too, dude. What are you saying?
Yeah, well, my wife don't ask me for nothing. We just are there for each other. That's the blessing.
Right, and that's
I got that in my fight camp too. Like tonight. Make sure I don't forget my sponsor. She writes my list down. I've got things, and like I said, it's always easier to keep up with her around. So she's my team. I don't ever have to mistrust her. I don't have to sign a paper with nobody else. I don't have to say something because they told me to, and because it's my wife. I'm anybody that has one. We can disagree because we do all the time, and it's not a paid opinion. It's a real opinion, a real disagreement, unafraid to be different, unafraid to say I don't like that. You gotta be like that.
That's right, because a neutral third party may just be like, all right, go for
it. Stand on business.
Yeah. That neutral third party really doesn't care about your well-being.
No, I got me, my wife, my dogs, and God, and dog and God's backwards. It's the same word, so
man's best friend either way.
Yeah, it is. My best friends, both of them.
All right, so we know Joe's got to get up real early in the morning. We got a couple more questions, and then we can end this show. Then
you want to shout some sponsors out, Joe?
Oh yeah, man. Innovative Aquatics, Robert Wickham, always there. My boy Mike, Rally Built Homes in Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, truly, listen, beyond a sponsorship, this dude does some of the nicest work that I have ever seen on anybody's home. So Rally Built Homes, if you're in Atlanta or any Georgia area, just know it's nice though. It's going to be 18-inch tile, full walk-in, waterfall showers. He's amazing. Hit him up. And under one flag, it's a guy I went to school with way back in the day. He's a military vet. He takes military veterans and firefighters out. Military vets, firefighters, they see things, and then they're in situations where people die or fighting fire, right? They're fighters, so they take them out hunting, help with PTSDs, and it's like a click at a program he does. So they're going to come up and sponsor me this time. So shout out to Under One Flag, West Tennessee. And then Barber Orthopedic, one of my main sponsors. Barber gives me free hyperbaric chamber treatments. He gives us make sure our MRI, we can call him. I'm like, I need an MRI. And he's like, when? I'm like, tomorrow morning. He's like, okay. And we go in and it's like 9:00 and you don't wait till 10:30. You go in at 9:00 and they say, hey, come on back. And the people in the lobby look at you like, what the hell? And you're like, hey, sponsored. And no, grateful. Thank you, God. Definitely. But yeah, so Barber Orthopedic, man, he takes care of us. He's actually one of the number one surgeons, not in Georgia, but in the world, orthopedic. So it's a blessing to have a guy like that on your side. And yeah, my wife, my family, my gyms, Torch, American Top Team, X3 Sports, Gracie Baja. I got a black belt with Gracie. I've been there. That's where I was at today. It ain't nothing to do with bare knuckle, but I went for 2 hours of open mat church Sundays and sparred with a lot of my friends and grappling sparring. But yeah, man, just thank everybody that's there. So
definitely. I'll tell you what, if you would do it, I'd like for you to hook me up with those hunting guys, because I'll take vets fishing and hunting.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm part of one here in Georgia. It's called Wildlife Action. I've been a member. My father-in-law volunteers there, man. But they got a summer camp. We take kids who maybe don't have a dad there to show them how. We do like a BB gun shooting contest, bow and arrow shooting contest. We set it all up for them every summer, and we'll take them. I haven't got to go hunting with the kids yet. I've taken them fishing and a lot of the activities, and I bought a bunch of fireworks. I'm talking about I got like buy one, get 3 free from this place here to do for these kids. So I threw a big show. So I'm super active in wildlife and outdoor stuff too. So that's why the deer story is funny. Trust me, I've got some funny ones for you too. Yeah, man. So
definitely. Yeah. I mean, if there's anything I can do to help you guys with that, I'd be glad to. If you guys got vets over here in central Illinois area or surrounding areas, I'd be glad to take those guys out on the boat, put them on fish, take them out in the woods with me, put them on a deer. I hunt public land, so it's everybody's. You know what I mean?
The good thing about here in Georgia is Wildlife Action. We get Corps of Engineer passes.
Yep, that's what I do. I hunt Corps of Engineer grounds over here, and I'll tell you what.
Because we're members of it, we get Corps of Engineer passes, and we can do pest hunts. That's why we take the kids out. We can get 2 deer in the morning, 2 deer in the afternoon when we go on these hunts. We don't. I am a very earthy. I don't do spike. I don't. A certain doe, if it's got a calf with it, I'm not, even if it's old enough, like if it's still walking with the mother, I got a very deep hunting code, and I teach that when I hunt, and in these programs we teach that to the kids too, because it's more important than shooting something. So
yep, I told my wife the same thing whenever she started out hunting. I said, if it don't have a real rat, don't shoot it.
Well, I was going to tell you the best way to find these deer now is you find you a friend that's got a drone that does the drone recovery. Let me tell you something. Seeing drone recovery and having a dude on a drone tell somebody where to go, and they can cut on the infrared and see the blood trails leaking from the sky and follow that deer. And then when they get the deer, they can find you, label where the deer is, mark it on there, tell you where you're at till you go 10 clicks to the north, 15 clicks to the right, in the dip 7 feet to the left of you.
Tie the deer to the drone, and then they lift it out for you.
Yep, it won't ever. This one didn't lift it out. This one guides over, and the guy's on a drone, and you got a headphone. It's a smaller drone, but it's like a really, really nice movie recording drone with like 8K picture. But it's got infrared, and it tracks the deer, and you go in the woods where you last seen it, and it'll find the deer. And when the drone seeks this deer, the guy will be in your ear. He'll be like, he's up in front of you. You get it. You still got to drag it out. But my buddy that uses this dude ain't lost 1 deer in the last 5 years. It's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, that works. See, it's illegal here in Illinois to use drones for anything wildlife related.
Well, you can't hunt. You have to call tag and call recovery. So the drone is only recovery if you've already shot it.
Yeah, they got it outlawed in Illinois. It's stupid. It's stupid, bro. I'm real good friends with a bunch of the DNR officers here and a couple of the head DNR officers for our state. I've been kind of in their ear about it because I know a bunch of people that do it in Missouri and all the surrounding states around us. They do it.
Yeah, drone hunting is horrible. That's not what I'm
Oh my
talking about.
gosh, no! I
You're
wouldn't.
doing
I wouldn't be a
tracking
fan
and
of
running
that.
dogs. I might accidentally shoot you.
Right. I might
Yeah.
shoot that drone down.
All right, Joe. Here's our favorite part. What do you have to say to Mike Richmond right now for your upcoming fight, February 7th?
Man, I don't even know. I'll just be ready, dog. I'm ready. Thanks for taking this fight and not being scared. Now let's put on a show and show them how bad they screwed up by not making us the main event at Knucklemania. That's all I want. I want to put on a legendary epic fight and
Oh yeah, I can't wait for it. I cannot wait. That whole card is stacked. I mean, it's a great card all the way through. I mean, don't get me wrong. I
all the
probably
way
would've-
through. Everybody could have been a main event. That's how
I
that
probably would have picked a different main event for that, but I understand why they put that as the main event because it's two former UFC fighters, and one of them is an all-around fight legend. So I mean,
all it does is build our name. I mean, jealousies for the birds. Everybody deserves it, and who deserves it more than who? And like I said, Mike, but we're gonna definitely put a show on that will never be forgotten. And you can't take a knockout of the night or fight of the night away from nobody.
that's right.
That is
That's
what
right.
it is.
That's right. Or fight of the year. Could end up with a fight of the year candidate here because I see you guys going in there swapping.
I won 2020. Why not? It's been 6 years since I got fight of the year, but I'll take it.
I see some hands being swapped.
Blood and guts, baby.
As as much as I would love to see it go all 5 rounds, and then you both, you know what I mean, a draw, if you will, where everybody wins. That's
No draws.
There's no way that's gonna happen.
No, in a draw, you both lose. I don't believe that shit. And when nobody loses, you both lose. Because I found out a draw, there is no winner in a draw. And in fighting, the only thing that matters to the promotion is winning. I definitely am going to win. Ain't going to be no motherfucking tie, excuse my language, but there ain't going to be no tie. I'm either going to die on it or I'm going to kill on it. And I got my sword and my shield. I'm going to die with it in my hand, or I'm going to stand above the man I killed with it. That's what it is.
For sure, brother. Any last minute shout outs you'd like to get out or anything before we sign off for the night?
Glad we can make it work. Y'all have a blessed night. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, thank y'all, man. Fuller broadcast, baby. Love you guys.
We love you too, bro.
Love you too, bro.
As soon as you get done with that fight, just like I told Bear, we'd love to have you back to come and talk about it.
Yeah, dude, definitely will.
And any of your training partners, anybody like that you know that wants to get on with us, have them holler. We'll set it up for you.
Man. Absolutely, brother. Y'all have a blessed night. We'll talk to you soon.
We appreciate
have a good night, man.
Thank you.
Peace.
Be safe and get some rest, buddy. 5 comes early.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, you heard from the Hitman, Joe Elmore, fighting BKFC February 7th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Boy, I love that guy. He's a good dude. He helps everybody. Yeah, he helped us out a few years ago. So I love Joe to death and can't wait to see him fight again.
He's a real good guy.
So you guys watch our first show we have with Bear Hill, and we just end up our interview with Joe Elmore, the Hitman. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. We'll see you guys.
Yeah, Joe's one of my favorite personalities that we have on here, bro. Great guy.
Yeah, he is.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
You guys, thanks. Peace out.